The National Academy of the National Guard of Ukraine combines the main areas of the security and defense forces activity. They became decisive in many military operations of the Russian war against Ukraine. Each unit has its own trained officers who can operate in difficult situations and perform service, combat, and special tasks. Being a leader is a choice that requires practice, discipline, and critical thinking. It starts here. The National Academy of the National Guard of Ukraine helps our cadets to become who they imagine themselves to be. The main thing is to choose a direction according to the calling, in order to study the business that suits best.
Educational and Research Institute for State Security Support.
This is a place where commanders of special forces units of the NGU are trained. They learn to perform tasks on the ground and in the sky, in water, in the mountains, and in various conditions of urbanized terrain. Being a professional is a personal choice. The way to leadership is difficult, but it is not a lonely road. Here, leaders learn together. They accept challenges and support each other, from the very beginning and throughout the service. Do you want to learn how to make important decisions? Your future starts here. Being a signaler officer is unique because every task is accompanied by clear interaction and communication between all security and defense forces of Ukraine.
You can learn how to set up this network at the Educational and Research Institute for State Security Support.
Aerial reconnaissance and the use of unmanned aerial vehicles are an integral part of every modern unit.
Educational and Research Institute for State Security Support teaches students how to skillfully use technologies. Educational and Research Institute of Logistics.
Cadets study all types of weapons, vehicles, and armored vehicles that exist in the National Guard of Ukraine. They learn to use artillery weapons and effectively manage a unit. Each cadet masters military and becomes a specialist in logistics. As professionals in any field, National Guardsmen can do their job successfully only if they have reliable tools, weapons, vehicles, and equipment. All this helps not only to successfully complete tasks, but also to return from them unscathed.
Educational and Research Institute of Personnel Management.
Dealing with the organization of work with personnel is a real art, a talent on which the coherence of the military team depends. Cultural and educational work, public relations and civil military cooperation, personnel and accounting work, and international cooperation.
All this you can learn at Educational and Research Institute of Personnel Management.
A military psychologist is a profession that is gaining importance every day of the war. It contributes to the preservation of the mental health of military personnel and their families, increases the efficiency and combat readiness of the Guardsmen.
Experienced officers can choose Educational and Research Institute for the training of senior leadership personnel to receive a master's degree at the operational level of training.
Here, doctors of science and philosophy, military specialists, and experienced commanders share their experience and knowledge. After graduating from the academy, your career will continue in a leadership position. You will be able to build a team and accomplish tasks together. For 30 years, we have shown the possibilities and desire to develop. We taught and studied. We achieved success and rejoiced in victories. However, we did not stop learning. We learned to be friends, love, and dream. And in between, we learned to shoot accurately, lead a unit, and rejoiced in sports victories. And most importantly, we never stopped and did not give up. And if such a path is the beginning of a real military life, then the academy is definitely the right choice. A life that you can dream about, right? But the 31st year changed everything. On February 24th, 2022, we started to defend Ukraine, cadets, officers, civilians. In wartime, the Academy continues to train cadets, changing the location, but not the principles of training future officers. Each step at all stages of the formation of a true leader is difficult, and at the same time, very interesting. The war in the country led to a rapid change in educational programs. The knowledge that our cadets receive is used immediately in practical classes. Tactics of actions in different combat conditions, topography, unmanned aerial vehicles control make it possible to adapt in detail to real conditions on the front. We are a nation at war, and we cannot afford to lose fighters. We are responsible for reducing the risk on the battlefield for our graduates and their personnel. The Academy has created the Department of Unmanned Systems and Electronic Warfare Here, lecturers teach how to control unmanned aerial vehicles of both aircraft and multi-rotor types. To train UAV crews, cadets undergo training on simulators, after which they practice to control them. Guardsmen practice the control elements of Ukrainian-made unmanned aerial complexes, Valkyria and Sirko. In order for the unit to remain intact, instructors teach cadets the intricacies of using electronic warfare. For a high-quality educational process, the Academy has the necessary number of classrooms, simulators, and multimedia equipment. Here, guardsmen gain knowledge through virtual reality. Anti-tank and portable anti-aircraft missile systems, multimedia and simulator training complexes allow to acquire important skills before using them in combat conditions. The Simulation Center recreates the combat situation electronically and practices actions in almost real conditions. Simulation helps improve operational planning, refine strategies and command skills, and prepare guardsmen for unforeseen situations on the battlefield. There are modern language laboratories at the Academy for the studying of foreign languages.
Officers of the Language Training Center provide linguistic training to cadets and military personnel of the National Guard of Ukraine through intensive foreign language courses.
The NANGU provides training in the L1 Tactical Level Command Course and the L2 Command and Staff Course. They acquire the necessary knowledge that will be needed in the course of performing official, combat, and special tasks. The development and approval of the L3 Command and Staff Course training program for operational level officers is in progress. For the first time, the NGU has begun training in the Advanced Leadership Course for non-commissioned officers based at the Academy. Guardsmen study headquarters processes and acquire decision-making skills based on the NATO requirements and standards. Sport, as a universal language, can be a powerful tool for promoting peace, developing resilience, and mutual understanding. Its values include teamwork, fairness, discipline, respect for the opponent, and the rules of the game. Maintaining physical condition is one of the main tasks for all military personnel. Our sportsmen have won numerous victories at all Ukrainian and international competitions in various sports. These achievements testify not only to the physical training, but also to the strength of spirit and determination of our warriors. The cadets prove that even in wartime, it is possible to find time to maintain harmony and spirituality through sport. International cooperation and partnership are one of the foundations for the security and defense of the country. The activity of the Academy are focused on strengthening ties with foreign partners, as well as with educational and training institutions of the NATO member states and partners. With the beginning of the full-scale invasion, almost 700 servicemen of the Academy have been trained on the professional training courses, foreign language studies, conferences, and educational events. Cadets, employees, and officers provided linguistic support during the training abroad of servicemen of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Memorandums have been signed with partners from the Republic of Latvia and the Kingdom of Sweden, which contributes to the development of bilateral relations through the constant exchange of experience and knowledge. We understand that true success comes through unity. In addition to military training, our cadets have an active civic position and empathy for people. Boys and girls participate in volunteer projects, organize and help close collectings for the needs of their comrades on the front. They help people who have suffered from the consequences of Russian shelling. They are an example of how activity can contribute to building a strong and united country. Today we are grateful to those who defend the motherland. Among them are our graduates, true heroes who fight for our freedom. They fight not only for the present of each of us, but also for the safe future of our children. We are grateful to every graduate who has took the responsibility of defending the country. Their actions impress by their greatness, and we are proud to call them our graduates. Every year, the Academy fills the ranks of the security and defense forces of Ukraine. The knowledge of young officers becomes useful in achieving our common goal. We know that a leader has to be created within ourselves, because military confidence, talent, and wisdom of decisions are born at the Academy. And becoming a leader is a choice. When the battle for the future of Ukraine is going on, it's time to decide who you will be in this battle. Build your future with the National Academy of the National Guard of Ukraine.